Hi, I'm Mario Guerrero, the two-time former mayor of the great city of Downey, and I'm here with my co-host, Eric Pierce, the editor of the Downey Patriot. And you're listening to Talking Downey with Mario.
And Eric. Mario, this is a more somber note because we've had some tragedies in the city. I think it hits close to home to a lot of people, including you. I do want to start with the Downey couple that passed away recently in a traffic collision over off of Paramount and Gardendale. Very well known in the community, within their church community. You knew them. Mm-hmm. I was wondering if you could speak a little bit about who they were and what kind of people they were.
Well, you're Emilio and Annabel Guerrero. He was a sergeant, an investigator with Los Angeles County. And she was a teacher at Long Beach now. She had taught many years at Price, has a daughter at St. Joseph's, has another daughter at St. Raymond's, really involved in the community. There's so many outpouring of love and so forth from people. Yes, I've known her almost her adult life. And she was friends with my daughter. I helped her when my son started school there. You have so many kids that have been taught by her. First, that she was at Price, and then she also taught in different areas at Downey Unified. This is her first year that I think she went to Long Beach. Just very, very nice people. She posted just about every day, all happy things. Their daughters were their life. Tragic accident that actually the car that hit them on there, if you see the video from a Ring camera on there, that was just reckless. But
driving at very excessive
speed on there down Gardendale and ran into them. Mm-hmm. It was no fault of them, and it was a tragic. And with him, I got a call from Downey PD because obviously from his law enforcement, but they also have an older daughter, and she was down at the station. If I can come down as police chaplain, I got a call from the chief and from several people there. So just to try, I just couldn't believe that it was them. And the community mourns. Last night they had a candlelight vigil at St. Raymond's, where both the church and the hall were packed, and then you had the streets were blocked off by Downey PD so people could park there. There were so many different parts of their lives. From their kids' schools, from her work, from his work. He was escorted out to the corners by, a police escort, if you will, all the way down there because he was deserved that recognition, if you will. So it's a terrible tragedy for a city that was already mourning a local person that had gotten killed the week earlier. But the tragic here, Annabelle was 47 years old. These two beautiful daughters, they're now going to be without mom and dad. Just to think, it's just sad. It just couldn't be sadder. So
I can't imagine the two girls losing their parents.
They're losing both their parents at the same time like that. And like I said, she posted one about flag football at St. Joseph's the other day, and it was her daughter's first practice and this and that. So it's heartbreaking, and I just, they were, she was Cuban, so we knew her from some of the Cuban community. I knew her from being a deacon over at St. Raymond's, and she was so involved in both her daughter's schools, especially because she was a teacher. And he was a good guy. He had, moved his way up, and he was a top-notch law enforcement. And he was a couple years older than her. So for this to happen, it's just a tragedy beyond means. So all we ask is keep them in your prayers. Keep thinking about it. Love your loved ones today. But to those of them, we'll never forget them. So Emilio and Annabel Guerrero. So this is a special show that we're doing today just in their honor.
And another tragedy, Downey native who went on to become a police officer, Manhattan Beach.
Yeah.
And he was tragically killed in a traffic collision. You have personal ties with him.
So, Officer Chad Swanson. Wow. He went to school with my kids at St. Raymond's, and then he went to St. John Bosco with my son. My son was at a concert with him 2 weeks ago. He was the big brother that was always the protector of the daughters. My daughter Haley and about 5 of her girlfriends, they would used to go line dancing, cowboy style. And Chad was one of the 2 boys, more like brothers and cousins, not as boyfriend and girlfriends on there, that he'd be the big, strong one that would be the protectors to all of them on there. Just a great young man. He had been on the Manhattan Beach Police Department for 13 years. He worked at the office during school, worked in the office at St. Raymond's. So we got to know him real well. His mom, Val, and his dad, Kit, they were very involved in the PTA at St. Raymond's. And then he was a year older than my son, Matt. No, he was already, I think, the same age. So when my son, Matt, went to St. John Bosco, Val and make sure that Ann got on the board with her on the mom's group, if you will, and so forth. Like Val Swanson, what a great lady on there. Our heart just breaks for them all. Been there for 13 years, Manhattan Beach Police Department. 3 young kids. The youngest is 10 months. And it happened on his wife's birthday. And a young couple, I mean, like I said, he loved country western. He loved the motorcycle police officer. The Sunday before, they had some kind of event there in Manhattan Beach, and his chief told us that, he just kept lifting up kids to sit on the motorcycle to take pictures and stuff. Was coming to work early in the morning. You're on duty when you're a motor officer because you're already in uniform and you're driving the motor in from your house. And it seems like, and this is preliminary, that somebody was driving fast and swerved into another car, and that other car got out of control and then ran into him. So it was another tragic accident. So this is another young man, 35 years old, local boy that this could have been avoided. And it's just tragic. So for our parents, for his parents, for his brother, I know the family really well, and our hearts just break for him. But then, especially, I mean, his young wife, young mom, she's trying to think what's their new norm now. And some of them, how's she going to tell some of the 2 younger kids? Because all 3 of them were fairly young. So when Dad's not home now, and how that happens, each one of these tragedies is terrible. Both put together, there's a lot of the same people. I think one of the common denominators is, St. Raymond's, the Catholic community, if you will. But then you have law enforcement on both of them, and then you have young families, you have educators. It's been 2 weeks, I think within 10 days. Yeah. And it just got harder and harder. So Val and Kit, God bless you. You raised a great kid. Chad was pretty special young man. He was always more mature, older, more responsible than everybody else. So God bless him. But anyways, we just wanted to bring this out. Remember them, Emilio and Annabel Guerrero. Okay, on Facebook, she's Cubanita, Cubanita Guerrero, and Officer Chad Swanson. Both their services are pending, and both of them will probably be at the cathedral. But we just want to make this special episode to the Downey community that please pray for them and just know that they're all very special people that we lost way too soon. So anyways, so thank you for giving us this forum to listen, and please keep praying and love your loved ones. So this is Mario Guerra and Eric Pierce. God bless.